Hello, today we're going to be fighting the Snow Queen, but first, let's go over the decks. I have an Emma with just the standard 3 light regen, Creek, Trace of Fumes, Wrath of Torment, Unmade Movement, Repressed Flesh with the Prescript. For passives, I got Mind Hauler, Battle Ready, Pope Skeleton, and Punch to the Solar Plexus. And for this abnormality specifically, it's very important that Roland is one of your Emmas, or whoever you're having as your primary blunt damage dealer. And also, I guess, to note, it's very important that you have most, if not all of your guys be primary blunt. So in that end, I have a second Emma. I have Bada with Energy Cycle, Rewinds, 2 Leap Energy Conversion, 2 A Golden Opportunity, and 2 Devastating Thrash. With Puppet Skeleton, Double Haulers, and Concussion. Concussion could also be punched to the Solar Plexus, but I was just too lazy to change it. Last, I have Nemo with Energy Cycle, 2 Leap, Energy Conversion, 3 A Golden Opportunity, Ready Up, and Emotional Turbulence. And the same passives as always, double defensive dice power, Keeping Stride, and Electric Shock. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, to start, you'll see that all of your librarians except for Roland are encased in ice. And these prisons of ice have 60 HP. Are weak to blunt damage, no roll to pierce, and ineffective to everything else, which is why we wanted Roland to have as much blunt damage as possible. And so on the first scene, all 3 of them will be casting Bitter Cold, which is just a 2 to 4 defensive dice, and it's ranged. You probably would just want to clash into it with like a Puppet Blockade or a Gig, just so that your defensive dice clashes with theirs, so you don't lose any damage, but it's not a big deal because, you know, it's only 2 to 4. Snow Queen will be casting First Kiss, although notably it might not, but usually it will be. This is basically just 5 to 10 that inflicts 3 chill on hit. And so chill is a status defect where if you have 3 chill, you'll have 2 feeble and bind, and if you have 6 chill, you'll be immobilized and you lose 1 chill at the start of each scene. So you don't want to get hit by this, but since we only have 3 light, we probably will, and that's fine because it'll only give us 3, which will go down to 2. Other die, Ice Splinters. It might be casting 2 Ice Splinters. If you have that, then that's lucky. Just 3 to 8, 3 to 7 pierce, you can mostly ignore this. And so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and free this Emma first, then Bada, and then Nemo last. And so I can do Puppet Blockade here to clash, then Repressed Flesh to free hit. And then the counter die will go into this, and it might win. It probably won't, but it might. Alright. On the second scene, all 3 of them will be casting Crystallize, which is a set of 3 defensive dice, 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 3 to 5. And then Clash to lose, it'll deal 4 damage to itself. And so here we're going to try and break through the prison with the Wrath of Torment, I guess. And here it's just 2 Ice Splinters, so we can again ignore that. And then I can do a little bit of work onto the Bada. Alright, and so now we'll have 2 of our librarians, and the Snow Queen will get another die. Oh, Jesus. But it's just going to be more of the same stuff. And so we can just, again, focus on freeing these guys. And you can clash into this a little bit, but I find this best to just free all your librarians as fast as you can. Alright. For abnormality pages, doesn't matter too much, I think. I'll just take Urging, put it on my Roland, give him a little bit of a heal and some haste. Alright, another librarian freed, another offensive dice, and unlocks some new pages. So second kiss, 3 to 8, 3 to 7, both on hit inflict 1 chill. This one it's probably best to mitigate it with a counter die, but since we have a lot of dice available, we can also just clash into it. Ice Splinters, and then third kiss, 3 to 7 slash on hit inflicts 1 chill, 6 to 8 defensive die that on clash run inflicts 2 chill, and then 2 to 5 blind on hit deals bonus damage equal to the target's chill. Another second kiss. So I'm going to try and free Nemo, and then just clash with this and make sure that I get my light and all that stuff. And I forgot to mention, but the ice prisons will basically just go back and forth between casting the 2 to 4 defensive die, and then this page with the 3 defensive dice. Alright, once again, Abno Pages doesn't matter too much, and everyone has a decent amount of pages, so I don't really want to take lies. I'll just take Pale Hands, and again, I'll put it on Roland because he has 3 dice now. Alright, now once everyone's freed, Ice Queen will have 5 dice, and we'll be casting Blizzard, which is just a mass individual 5 to 8, 5 to 8, with both inflicting 3 chill on hit. This is why we don't really want to run Eugen, because mass attacks and our Broken Tire, not great. Frigid Gaze, a 6 to 10 blunt that on clash when gains 2 strength, and then a 4 to 8 block. This one, you probably want a strong one to beat it with like Creek plus power boosters, or Wrath of Torrent plus power boosters, but the 2 strength is honestly not that big of a deal. Third kiss, Ice Splinter, second kiss, alrighty. And now it'll just be regular pages, and here we're going to try and paralyze, or not paralyze, stagger the Snow Queen. Now the next scene we'll try and kill her, and so it should not be too difficult from here on out. Alright, there we go. For this fight, as long as you can free your first librarian without getting staggered, it shouldn't be too difficult. If you find that you're having trouble, you might want to play a tiny bit slower and maybe bring some more defensive dice, but really Mind Hauler should be all that you need. After defeating the Snow Queen, you'll get access to these abnormality pages. Sword of Frost is quite strong. Upon winning a clash, inflicts between 1 and 3 bind at a 50% chance. Additionally, deal between 2 and 5 bonus stagger damage to targets with bind. Obviously, this works better with additional sources of bind, but it can stand on its own quite well and can often inflict double digits of bind onto multiple targets. A Kiss is also quite strong. Winning at least 2 clashes with a single combat page inflicts 1 ice splinter on the target, and targets with 3 ice splinters get immobilized at the end of the scene, allowing you to immobilize someone every scene as long as you can win clashes, which is very likely to win you the reception. Blizzard is a bit more drastic than a Kiss. It immediately immobilizes everyone except the selected librarian, and then next scene inflicts 6 bind on all enemies. If you're soloing, then this page is very good, but otherwise I'd argue that a Kiss is stronger. In the next video, we'll be going back to the Leo Association to see what's happening there. I'll see you soon, and as always, thank you for watching.